This is the third video for PowerPoint 2010, and I've done most of the important elements in the first two videos, and I realized that it just didn't cover some of the elements about inserting sound in your PowerPoints. It will play it in the background all the way through, inserting videos that you have in your computer, and inserting a YouTube, embedding it here as they've made some changes, creating custom show, and saving your video as a video, saving your PowerPoint, sorry, as a video. So the first thing I want to show you is how to insert a sound. Now I have set up a custom animation, not custom animation, but rehearse timing on it. So if I go to view and slide sorter, you'll see that I've got 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, which I have done by going through slideshow rehearse timing. That is, I can set how much time do I want PowerPoint to stay, so that when I start my PowerPoint it will automatically change the slide. I talked about this in my previous video. You can also, along with rehearse timing, you can also record your sound on it if you wanted to. So this will play with all the slides as you want it, and it will set the timing for it too. But if you were just playing with the PowerPoint, you wanted to put some kind of a nice music in the background, for that I'm just going to come back to view, normal, come back to the first slide, and I'm going to insert a sound from file. You could even just start recording your sound if you want it to be in the background. So I'll just do record audio from file. I'll go to where my file is. In this case, I'll just double click on one of these, and the sound is added. Now whenever you get an element like this here, you'll see the audio tools for it, and I'm going to go to the playback option here. Now by default it will play the sound when you click it, but I want it to play across slides. If you don't choose that, it will only play on that one slide. And I just wanted to say that hide that symbol during the show because I don't want it to be seen, and I also wanted to loop it. So if, say, this was like you had a business and you were running a PowerPoint, you will be looping your PowerPoint, so the sound will loop with it. Now just to show you what it might look like, I'll go back to slideshow, play it from beginning, and you might be hearing the sound is playing, and you see the rehearse timings are coming into play because I've set it for 1 second, 2 seconds. I'll hit escape to stop it. I'll just come back to my slide 1, and I should see that, and there it is. And I could hit delete to delete it if you wanted to get rid of it. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is how to insert a video. So I've just added an empty slide here, and here I want to add a video. You can use this symbol here and then choose the video, or I can go to insert video from file, and I'll double click on this one. Now the video is added. This is on my computer. I can again go back to the video tools, playback, and there are some other options here you can look into, but the playback is the important ones, and I'll say play it automatically rather than I having to click it. And I can even say play it full screen if I wanted it, or I can leave it as it is. And there are other things like volume. You can even trim the video. That is, if you didn't want it to play the whole thing, you can say only play from minute 1 to 2 or 1.5 to 2.5. Now let's see, I'm just going to play this slide. So I'll go to slideshow from current slide, and the video is playing. You might be hearing the sound too. You can hit escape to stop it, and you can always click on it and hit delete to remove it. And you could always hit the play button here and see what it looks like. And you can affect the volume also. The same trim and the volume option are available for the sound also if you needed to do it. Okay. I'm just going to click it and hit delete. Now the next question is, I like a video on YouTube that I want to embed here. I could just copy and paste the link here and then click on the link and then watch that video on YouTube. So you could just go to insert hyperlink and then paste the YouTube address here, the www, the whole thing, and then the link will be sitting here that you can click on. However, I want to embed the video. That's the word. Like, I want the video to be right here, so that I don't have to go on the internet, but you need to make sure you have the internet connection. So to do that, I go to Insert, Video from Website. Now I need to paste a code from that video. So to show you that, I'll come back to my internet, and here I am on this video. This is one of my video for Excel, and usually you show up like this. It will give you this information. Okay, and you can go to the share option, and you could have copied and pasted this information here, but nowadays this part doesn't work for some reason, and you could have chosen this old embed code, but I find that even the old embed code is not working. So I did some research and I found something, and that is this information here. I'm going to copy and paste this information in the description section so you can use this. Now all you need to change in this information is this line here, those words. That is the ID of the video. So that is, if I come back to my Excel and if I just copy this and I'm gonna paste it, and then I'm just gonna copy this link, this line, those words, and I'm gonna replace it with that. Leave the question mark and everything as it is, and also I'll replace it here. All the other words you can leave it as it is, the Google APIs and all of that. Now I'm going to highlight this and copy this. You could do this in Microsoft Word, but I would recommend doing it in Notepad. And I'll come back to PowerPoint and I'll paste it here, and I click Insert. And now I can extend this if I want to. Okay. And I can go to playback and I can say play automatically, and there are some options not available because it's not on our computer. Now just to test it, I can hit play, and there it is. It doesn't play automatically. I'll have to hit play. Now the video started playing. And just to show you, I can even go to slideshow from current slide, and you see there it is. I just hit play. Now it's playing right in my PowerPoint. I can hit escape and stop it. So this is the way to do it, and I'll put the code in the description. And also for somebody who's very good at these things, I'm going to leave this link if you wanted to read more about different parameters that you can work with. The next thing I want to tell you about is what is called under slideshow called custom show. You can create your own custom show in a way that, say, right now my slides are going in this order, 1, 2, 3, but I wanted to play the first slide, but after the first slide I wanted the slide number 4. So you can do that by going to custom shows, new, give it some meaningful name. I'll keep it like that, and I say, you know what, the sixth video, the sixth slide, the video slide should start 1. Then it should be the slide number 1, then the slide number 3, then the slide number 2, then the slide number 4, and you can even repeat a slide. And I click OK and close this, and you can run the slide custom show 2, or I've created another one from custom show 1. Now once you have your whole slide ready, you can actually save your slide in different formats. I talked about some in my second video, but I want to tell you about how you can save it as a video itself. Like you can save it as a PowerPoint show. So if I go to File, Save As, and here you can choose the option where it says Save As Type, and you can save it as a PowerPoint show, which means that if you email this PowerPoint show file to somebody, when they open it, it will start to run your PowerPoint right away rather than they having to click it. But here I want to save it as a Windows Media format. And then you can hit save, and it will take a few minutes depending on what it is. I'll just need to change the name, number 3. Hit save. It might take a few minutes depending on what it is. You see right there on the bottom, it's doing its translation, and then it will be done in a minute or two depending on how many slides that you have. And when it's done, you'll be actually able to play the video, and you can burn it on a DVD, and you can play it on a big screen TV or anything like that. And so hopefully this video should help you with adding sounds, videos, YouTube videos, setting up your own show, and also adding your own sound to it and saving it now as a video. And this one's taking a little time, but I had created one earlier. So if I double click on it, and there it is, and I had also recorded my sound on it. So this is the slideshow video. Let's see if this is done. I can run the PowerPoint 3, and here it is. And you see it has my background sound on it. Thank you for watching. Hope this was useful on it. So if I go to view and slide sorter, you'll see that I've got 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, which I have done by going through slideshow rehearse timing. That is, I can set how much time do I want PowerPoint. It will play it in the background all the way through, inserting videos that you have in your computer and inserting a YouTube, embedding it here as they've made some changes, creating custom show, and saving. This is the third video for PowerPoint 2010, and I've done most of the important elements in the first two videos, and I realized that it just didn't cover some of the elements about inserting sound in your to stay, so that when I start my PowerPoint it will automatically change the slide. I talked about this in my previous video. You can also, along with rehearse time, you can also record your sound on it if you wanted to. Your video as a video, saving your PowerPoint, as a video. So the first thing I want to show you is how to insert a sound. Now I have set up a custom animation, not custom animation, but rehearse timing on.